Welcome everyone back to another NXT review right here on the one and only Andre Corbell Show, and of course WrestlingWithWrestling.com. My name is Will, and if you want to see what I do on YouTube, go to the description box, follow the link and that will take you to my YouTube channel, and my Twitter handle was there if you're on Twitter as well. Now, NXT last night, we all know after a takeover, it's usually not the best one. Especially now, we have to get to place what's going to be happening with storylines, stuff like that. So last night, it was quick matches, and there was not a lot to write home about. The tag match at the end was okay, but the matches before them they felt rushed. They really felt rushed. So we're going to kick things off with Candice LeRae versus Aliyah, who came out to the ring with Vanessa Bourne. And it basically was, I wouldn't say a bad match. I don't want to say a bad match, but it wasn't anything to write home about. LeRae did pick up the victory over Aliyah, even with interference from Bourne. And it just feels like they don't know what to do with Candice LeRae. I feel, even with the title picture being still put on Shayna Baszler, why not make her go for that title? Kairi Sane, Lucy and Bianca Belair, they okay be in the title picture, but I think you could put Candice in that as well. She is totally underutilised in NXT. Even though she was in like the Royal Rumble at the start of the year for the women's and that women's Battle Royale at Mania. Give her a chance, I feel. But yeah, it was nothing to write home about. And like, we know Candice LeRae is a great female wrestler. Next we had Danny Burch versus Jaxson Ryker. Again, another meh match. It was forgotten about, really, and it's like Ryker picked up the victory. But if they're setting up this tag match between Loughran and Burch against the Forgotten Sons, this has been 2 weeks now. They've been given both single matches for the teams, and I'd like to see where they're going. Of course, they'll have to build up a new tag team. After Raw and SmackDown, the fact that the Undisputed Era never debuted, which a lot of people were calling, be interesting to see what happens after the Superstar shake-up, or whatever they want to call it this time, the draft. Be interesting to see after that, and where does it go. But as long as Undisputed Era is in NXT, I can't see these teams go near it. I can't. And that comes to the end with the Street Profits versus Marcel, Barthel and Fabian Aichner. Again, it's one of the ones where the Street Profits have been on NXT television for a good while now. They always have good matches. They're never boring. They're adequate. I've yet to see one that's blown my mind. Again, they picked up the victory. And if you're looking at these three teams going against the War Raiders and putting Undisputed Era in it, you have something special there. But it's, when are they going to pull the trigger? When are they going to do it? And let's be honest, who would you rather see? And all bets is on Undisputed Era versus War Raiders. It's, if they do not move in that draft next week, then that's the team you want to watch. It's being honest. Of course, like throughout the night, they had the little video packages about takeover. Kairi Sane's wanting a rematch with Sonya Blazer, but it's on Sonya Blazer's terms. I feel it's going to take a couple of weeks to get back in the swing of things, of what's going to happen with NXT. For the title scene, it's going to be between Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano. There's nobody else I would put in that picture just now. Velveteen Dream, I think, is good as a North American champion. And even Matt Riddle, keep him at that level. I don't think he's at the NXT champion stage yet. Give him another year at least in NXT level. But the likes of Tommaso Ciampa being out, Aleister Black and Ricochet's moved on. They two were the only ones you would have seen hanging around that title picture. But that's now done. So it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do with it. My thoughts on Mania in general. Saturday was probably the best. Mania had good moments for a 7.5 hour show. If you watched it from the start. But if you compare that to the high spike and the consistent high spike of NXT TakeOver, it doesn't come close. NXT TakeOver kept that spike, whereas WrestleMania had it at the start, it dropped, came back with Kofi, and then it tripped going over the line. After the Triple H match, the crowd were dead. And I will be honest, the Triple H match and Batista was horrible to watch. Batista was gassed within 10 minutes. Of course he's not wrestled in a ring. No matter how much you train outside, it's in-ring practice you need. He just looked totally gassed. So that match was not good. Samoa Joe and Rey Mysterio, the least said the better. Finn and Bobby Lashley was meh. Kurt Angle was embarrassing. Okay, put over Baron Corbin, but it was still embarrassing. And then the women's match had everything wrong going in it. Hyped up for weeks. And you knew something bad was going to happen. But the fact that it was stuff that happened that was out of the control of what the girls wanted to do, and it was mostly injuries and stuff, it was such a shambles that last hour and a half in WrestleMania. TakeOver just, again, beats it. It always beats it. I said it last week. Nothing's going to top TakeOver. And again, WrestleMania weekend is saved because of TakeOver. But that being said, wrestling fans, that's really all I've got. There wasn't really much last night. I did see that Buddy Murphy will be taking on Velveteen Dream. I think it is for the North American Championship. I don't know if that's going to be next week or the week after. I'm hoping it's next week. We need something good to get back in the swing of things NXT. Last night, you've got to look at it as, let's just get 3 matches in as quick as possible, tape it, and then we can edit round it. And that's what they did. So, that's being said, wrestling fans, I hope you did have a good wrestling weekend. I'll be back next Thursday with another NXT review right here on the one and only Andre Corbio Show. And of course, WrestlingWithWrestling.com.